Minecraft, but you start in the end. The goal for today is to kill the Enderdragon, the final boss of the game. But we don't start in the overworld or nether at all. Instead, we are summoned onto the outer end islands with nothing on our person. So of course, understandably, the first thing I grabbed was a handful of chorus fruit. This stuff would be the only food source I'd live off of, as I'm sure you can see, there's literally nothing else on the end islands. Another thing I had to be careful of was to not make any eye contact with the Enderman while I was in this vulnerable state, that is. As unless I could choke them with chorus fruit, it would be pretty much a guaranteed death. So my first goal was finding an end city, as these cities would be my gateway to essentials such as pickaxes, which would allow me to actually use the terrain around me to build like bridges and houses, and most importantly, blocks to climb those pillars for the dragon. As usually, I'll just grab a water bucket, but in the end, there isn't an opportunity for that. However, I did find my way to the main island through this portal. Now I was faced with my first gap. I tried to cross it by using my chorus fruit and hoped that it would teleport me across, which was a blatantly stupid idea, so I disregarded it and kept on following the island, for the hope that I'd find some wacky old floating ship somewhere at some point. But after travelling only a few hundred blocks, I encountered my first end city, which housed the shulkers. I had to fight these shulkers very sparingly, as they dealt quite a bit of damage when I had no armor. And another thing I found at an end city was some excuse of block! The end rods don't require any sort of tool to harvest, so with 4 end rods to my name, I can now traverse slightly better than before. But eventually, after regenerating my health back up to full, before I got slaughtered by the balls that the shulkers shot at me, I wasn't defenseless against the shulkers' balls though, as I was able to punch them in midair, and if I did so, they would disappear! Though with their small hitbox, that was easier said than done, and I rushed into this room, which didn't have any chests, so by utilising the chorus fruit, I was able to make it back to the mainland safely, and got an advancement in the process, and so the chorus fruit had teleported me to the bit of the island that was, well, really blooming low down. I thought I could use the chorus fruit to hopefully teleport me back up, and to a certain extent it did, but I unfortunately lost one of my invaluable end rods in the process, and I now had to storm the end city once again. Still bare bones, by the way, with absolutely nothing but chorus fruit and a dream to aid me. But this time, well, let's just say, I saw the light. Between this glass, I saw a chest. And I rushed for it! Despite there being about 4 different shulkers, I got the loot and chorus fruited my way out to safety, with half a heart left, mind you. But once again, relying on chorus fruit sort of didn't do me any favours, as I got teleported to the bottom of a blimming ledge! So as any sane person would, I mined my way up to the top with my bare fists. And I didn't even get to finish the hole, as a good old shulker brawl was here to help me out. But this time, I came back with a vengeance, as I now had a sword at my disposal, which I used to its fullest ability. However, I was still sorely undergeared, and realised if I was going to kill the Enderdragon, I'd need all the gear I could find. And I reckoned, what better place than the end ship itself? I got myself up to full health and braced myself to take all the hits by the shulkers, as because I had no pickaxe, I had no blocks, which meant I could not make a bridge or anything to get the huge end ship. But with little hearts left, I had to take out this shulker guy as fast as possible, and BAM! I had a pickaxe! Woo! And extra armor to go along with it. Now I had a pickaxe, and I figured I was now able to go fight the dragon, because the dragon is absolutely easy, right? Well, while getting to the dragon, I of course had to create a makeshift Enderman Farm, as with my newly acquired blocks, I can now erect farms to gain more controlled teleportation methods. I had my chorus fruit for tiny gaps, my ender pearls for small gaps, and my elytra for blimming continental ocean gaps, woo! But regardless, I made it back with ease, and now it was time to fight the Enderdragon. I of course had to take out the pillars first, but I had to be extra cautious, as I had no water to clutch with, and furthermore little to no healing. I took out the first one with ease, then piled up to the second one, slapped on my elytra, and strolled on down to the third. But I of course needed to wait for my health to go back up. And while I did that, I grabbed some more blocks to aid my quest to end an entire race of interdimensional flying amphibians. I climbed up to the highest tower I could, and once again pretty much just used the same tactic for each individual tower. And the ones with the bars, well, let's just say I ended their rap career with ease. And now all of the towers were gone. So of course now came the grind. I had no ranged weapons on me, so it was simply a waiting game where I'll just sit on my makeshift couch and fireball waiting for an interdimensional dragon to float down to a level where I could slash at its neck. And while it was in the sky, I entertained myself by simply collecting its breath and mining some more blocks. Now, put bluntly, the Enderdragon is a very repetitive boss, but it ran away right as I was about to get the finishing blow, and I decided to make the finishing blow a special one. I teleported to the highest tower I could, slapped on wings, and flew down to take it out! Woo! Today I beat Minecraft while starting in the end dimension. And what have we learned? That for an end game dimension, the end is absurdly easy. But you know what will never end? My desperate plea for subscribers, which you can end right now. Have a good one, chaps. Oh, that voice crack was not pleasant.